It's Wednesday.
And you know what that means.
Welcome everybody to the Bead Places live party. We do these every single Wednesday, 7:10 Central PM.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's my bad.
as you should be. But no, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Today we're going to be going over the monthly fun pack. Before we get started though, make sure to like and heart the video and share it with all of your beading friends.
Yeah. So if you don't know, we have a subscription pack that we send out monthly. Alex is going to link that in chat. It's also linked in the description, I hope. And oh,
You said put whatever I wanted.
oh, and I said make sure to link the monthly fun pack.
That's not what you said.
So we have a subscription. It is a $35+ value. It's always way more than that. But it is $30. You save $5 if you subscribe for monthly. Otherwise, if you want to try it out, it's $35. And we have a lot of fun with them. So we are going to take this opportunity, since it's so miserably hot outside, to kind of stick with that theme. Are you able to edit it right now? Look at you. Look at us. Since it's so miserably hot outside, we're going to stick with that theme, and we are going to talk about our fiery fun pack this month. Oh, you spelled monthly wrong. There's an extra L in there. And you spelled fun wrong.
It's a monthly fin pack.
Oh my goodness. It's hot. I'm tired. I'm sweaty. Are you guys hot and sweaty? Let's see. I'm going to take a, while he's updating that, I'm going to take a look at some of these comments.
That's not going to happen.
That's okay. Stacy says, the start always startles me. I'm sorry. We try not to yell, but.
Speak for yourself.
We just yell. So yeah, we like to just kind of keep it fun with the themes. And in my opinion, our themes and our packaging have been getting better and better and better. But it's something new each month. Sometimes it's seasonal. Sometimes it's just whatever we decide is fun at that point in time. But this one is Cozy Bonfire. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's this beautiful kind of rosy, fiery, kind of bronzy gold tone. I don't know. It's like rose gold, copper. And let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's maybe make some stuff. So Alex is going to switch down to the hand cam so we can take a look at the goods. Why?
It's just dark. I don't know. Move it away. Zoom out.
I am as zoomed out as I can get it without losing the detail of what's inside.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll zoom in later then. So, in our monthly fun pack, there is a little kind of like explanation, set the mood kind of theme paper, and inside there's all these goodies. So our monthly fun pack paper has a QR code that takes you to our Facebook group, where you might even be watching this stream right now. If you're not already a member of our Facebook group, I would highly recommend joining because we post all kinds of fun stuff, and occasionally. What are you laughing about? Okay. Oh my gosh, you spelled it wrong in the title. Alexander.
I didn't spell it wrong. I just misclicked.
Oh, okay. That's what we get for. Oh, it's okay. We'll fix it later. No worries. Anyway, so let me tell you, let me set the theme for this month's fun pack. So it says the Bead Place monthly fun pack Cozy Bonfire. Actually, do you want to switch back to face cam while I read it? Because all right, here we go. Join us for a relaxing evening at a cozy bonfire in the woods. Imagine you're sipping something warm and delicious from your favorite copper mug as the wind gently whistles through the trees. You hear the crackling of the firewood as it settles and watch the glowing embers dance up into the black sky, dotted with faintly sparkling stars. We hope our curation of fiery oranges, glowing coppers, and warm bronzes and burgundies takes you there. Scan to visit our Facebook group for project inspiration. Okay, we did it. That's fun. This one's this month's. So this one went out already, so a lot of you already have this pack. And then if you like order now, it'll be for next month, and it's always like a surprise theme. So I like to kind of like, I know that there are a ton of great subscription boxes and bags and packs out there for beads, but I like to kind of like have a little fun with this one and like set the mood.
Do you want me to switch it back to hand cam?
Yes, please. And if you could switch it so I can see what the stream looks like, that'd be fantastic. Whenever. Okay. So let's talk about what the parts and pieces are in this pack. We're on hand cam, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is this flat wire. You guys might be thinking, what in the world is that stuff? Well, it is a copper-based wire. This one is actually the antique bronze color, and it's just what it's called. It's flat wire. So it's like a strip of wire. We like to use this often to create fun shapes. We also like to make cuffs. You can use this to create clasps. But it's just really fun, and you can actually use your side cutter, or if you have a heavy-duty flush cutter, you can use it just to cut right through it. A lot of times you don't even have to file it if you're folding the ends under. But we'll talk more about this a little bit later on. We also have some fiery orange 26 gauge US manufactured craft wire here. And so we thought you guys could have a little bit of fun combining those two elements together. And we have already seen some really fun designs. It looks like,
what month is this?
Oh, I already answered that one. Thank you, though.
Visualizing it right now. So excited to play around with the flat wire. Thanks for concluding.
Yeah, no problem. So we always like to add some kind of like different element that we think you guys might not have tried out before. And if it is something that's just kind of a little bit different and some of you have tried it out before, we encourage you to share your ideas and your projects in our Facebook group. So with that being said, thank you to those of you who have already posted your projects and your kind words about this month's box. That's awesome. So next is a whole entire long strand of these glittery, beautiful crystal bicones in this gorgeous crystal copper color. And to me, seeing this glitter like that, it just reminds me of like those beautiful glowing embers of a bonfire. And so that's why I included this strand in there. It just kind of was perfect. It's that nice kind of orangey, reddish, almost pink glow. So next, we did some of these awesome check glass leaves. So this is kind of like that perfect rust tone. And we thought, you know, of course, it's a bonfire in the woods, so there's going to be leaves. But then we also thought that some of you might actually think to use this as a flame. So we just thought that that was perfect for this. And this is a pretty substantial check glass bead here, and they are top drilled, so they're pretty versatile. Hi.
Good evening, everyone. This was my first bag, and I loved it. The colors were beautiful.
Yay!
Says Cynthia.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. So, sorry if it seems like I'm kind of winded tonight, guys. It is just hot.
Is there like a review, like kind of thing on the website? Like, can you like review items?
I don't think that we have that option on there. I don't know how to even do that. But we encourage you to post your reviews and projects and stuff in our Facebook group. So the next thing that's in the monthly fun pack is these beautiful gold dusted check glass dagger beads. And you guys know that red, like you've probably heard me say this a lot, red glass is always super, super, super expensive. And that's because red glass often requires actual gold in its manufacturing process. And so red colors in glass are going to be a little bit more rare. So when you see a good, beautiful red bead, you should grab it. All right. I don't know why I'm putting this stuff back in the package. I should just leave it out because we're going to play with it. Okay, so we talked about those guys. We talked about those guys. Next, oh, hey, the thanks for joining us. We'll be starting soon thing is still across the screen. Can you take that off? So next we have a variety of vintage beads. So we have these fun kind of burgundy and crystal Abbi vintage acrylic German beads. So they're faceted, and they also have a beautiful vintage Abbi rhinestone in there. And I just thought that they were fiery. The way that the Abbi finish kind of dances and reflects off the burgundy color, I just think they're super cool. And they're double-sided too, so they're perfect for earrings or anything like a necklace that might kind of want to spin around. The next thing is this beautiful, beautiful, another vintage German glass bead. This is just fire in a ball. So it's like this really cool, crinkly, wavy, dual color hyacinth and pale orange swirl glass bead. And this, I know it's small, but it's mighty. It really packs a punch in your jewelry designs. And this particular like style of wavy bead, we don't really see these anymore. They're really kind of notable in beads from the 20s and earlier. I can't say for sure when this one was manufactured, but I know that this came from a stock of a bead store that closed in the 80s. So, and I know they had it a long time. So, like it was marked vintage in the 80s, if that makes sense.
Super vintage.
Super vintage. So next is this fun little copper heart. We just needed to include this because it matches the packaging so perfectly. And also because we love cozy bonfires. And so we just needed to put a heart in there. Okay, next in this package, let's open up the check and teeny bead mixture. So in here we have a variety of check fire polish in different mixes and sizes. We've got some 3s, some 4s, some 5s, and some 6s and 8s, maybe 6 by 8s, 8s. And then we also have the really cool kind of bronzy, fiery color of the long magatamas. And if you're not sure what a magatama is, let me kind of give you a little closer look on just the magatamas. They are these really cool, here, let me zoom in, wrong way. They're these really cool little drop beads, and they are almost like scales. And they just remind me of flames, especially in this color. If you are used to working with fire in your jewelry designs, you might know that fire, of course, isn't always orange. There can be these beautiful kind of bluish colors in the base of your flame, and it can kind of have this rainbow hue. And I just think that this color on these magatamas is perfect to kind of represent what I think of when I think of fire. In this package, we also included a couple of other styles of vintage beads. So not only will you see fire polish, but you'll also see these cute little vintage Chinese glass beads. So we have these cute little, almost like diagonal drilled squatty cubes. They're a lot of fun. Okay, so we also did kind of like a bronzes and coppers mix. I'm hesitant to dump these out because I know I'm going to spill them everywhere. So I'm going to see if, there we go, that's fine. I was going to say, I'm going to see if I can show you inside the bag. So we have some beautiful Duracoat copper seed beads. Those are Japanese 11s. We also have some larger seed beads in that kind of bronzy copper color. I believe those are 2s. And then we included some bigger copper rounded vintage bicone beads from the Czech Republic. And then in that pack, we also included a beautiful fiery sparkle ball in that gorgeous, gorgeous orange color. Now we have another brown kind of coppery mixture here. We have a package of these beautiful 2-hole hexagonal beads, and I thought that these looked just like the stack of logs that you build at the bottom of a bonfire. So that was why I included these. I know you guys might have been like, what's with the brown pyramids? But my thought was like, look, see, you've got a flame on top of that little stack of logs. Does that make sense? So that was my thought process behind that. And these are fun because they're 2-hole beads. So you could make a really fun stretchy bracelet by putting some beads, you know, in between, and then doing a section of like, you know, whatever you want, and then another 2-hole stud. And they're just pretty neat. Speaking of logs and firewood, I grabbed this vintage ceramic bead to include in these monthly fun packs for you guys because look at that. It looks like a stack of firewood, or at least to me it does. So I thought that was pretty neat. And then also in here we included some fun chain and cord options. So we have this really neat old stock bronze enameled chain. So this is copper chain that has had like a bronzy orange enamel coat over the top. It's pretty neat. And then we also have, I think we did 18 inches, could be wrong on that, of this really cool product called tubular mesh. So what's neat about tubular mesh is you can kind of fray it out and create these neat little flames, or because it's a tube, you can string your beads inside of it, or you can kind of crush it and pinch it down and string your beads directly on it. So it's a really neat project to play, or a really neat product to play with. So let's figure out what we're going to make. What do you guys think we should make tonight? Hello. Hi, Deanna. Kim says they're cute as a sticky outie component. Yes, they are. They're super cute for like all kinds of little shaggy designs. They can make really cute wreaths. We have a Christmas kit. Got a bead inside my bead that uses green magatamas, and they make just the most adorable little wreaths. So let us know in chat if you've already received your kit, what you've made so far. And also let us know in chat if there's anything that you're really wanting to see demonstrated. I think first off, I'm going to show you guys what I like to do with this flat wire. So I'm going to take my flush cutter and let me find a tape measure real quick. So I have my tape measure. I'm going to cut about 8 inches of this wire. And if I were really wanting to get an accurate size, I would mark it with a Sharpie. But I'm going to make sure that the flush side of my cutter is angled properly, so it's perpendicular to the length of the wire. And I'm also keeping the clean side on my work so that it's nice and flush. And then I'm going to go into the other side and make sure it's straight too, which it is. Okay, so I've got about 8 inches of my flat wire here. And if you're not a subscriber of our monthly fun packs and you don't have this flat wire on hand, you can find it on beadplace.net. Alex, would you mind checking the checking the website and seeing if you can link our flat wire? If you just search flat wire, it should bring up all the colors. We have a bunch of colors of it. So next, let me find a good. I've got my little tool caddy next to me, but all my tools are all over the place. So
there's the flat wire link, everybody.
Awesome, thanks. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl the end of my wire over. Oh, it helps if I'm on screen, doesn't it? I'm going to curl the end of my wire over just to kind of like loop it down so that sharp end is out of the way. And I'm using my round nose pliers to do that. So I'm going to do that on both sides. And of course, like let's say you've got a cutter that has seen better days, you can file the ends down if you need to. But generally, I find that I don't really need to. So at this point, I've got this little kind of, I don't know, loop on either side facing inward C shape. And now I am going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to use the back of my round nose pliers to curl this little loop-de-doo out like that. So we've got this cute little hook. You guys following? Are you seeing that okay? And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side using the same spot on my round nose pliers so that we hope they are the same size. And if they're not, you can always go in and adjust them. But you see what we've got so far is this little cuff shape forming. And I'm just going to use my fingers and I'm going to form this into a cup or a cuff. Now, depending on your wrist size, you may or may not want to adjust this. And also depending on the size of what you're going to put on the inside, you might need to adjust this. So at this point, I'm just going to use my fingers to work harden it and to get any of the kinks out. But we've got this cute little cuff so far. You can flatten these. You can do whatever you want to kind of get this a more uniform shape. So now I'm going to make a cute little design out of, let's do my sparkle ball and my little orange guys along with my bronze or copper pieces. And hey there, Sally says, hi all, what to work with, the flat wire and the pyramid beads. Yeah, that would be a great idea. The pyramid beads could be really kind of just like anchored on to the flat wire with some of the like finer gauge orange wire in the kit. And I think it would be really neat to do like a lashed project too. I think that would be kind of cool. So what I'm doing now is I am cutting, let's say, I don't know, 8 or 9 inches of my 26 gauge wire. Shape? Yeah, it's rigid. You might want to work harden it a little bit if you're concerned, like if you're not going to put a clasp on it like I am. And the way that you do that is you just kind of bend your fingers along it and work it back and forth like this. And it'll get pretty rigid. Like that. So I've got my wire here, my 26 gauge wire, and I'm going to create like a little twist wire out of it just to give it a little bit more stability. That way I can get that color without having to bump up to a bigger wire. So if you have like a brass or copper wire at home, you can kind of recreate this project with that if you want. So you can skip this step of twisting this wire. But for me, I want that extra flash of orange, and I like the decorative look of twisting the 2 wires together. So all that I've done is I've just folded it in half, and you can see here I'm just twisting it. And you can see, hopefully you can see that spiral effect happening across the wire. So there we go. And as you do that, it also hardens the wire. So although this is soft temperament wire, it is now pretty sturdy. So at this point, I am going to string my design, make sure all my beads fit, because sometimes when you twist the wire, depending on how evenly you twist it, it may or may not fit over your twists. So I'm testing my design to make sure that I like it and to make sure that everything's going to fit the way I want it to. Oh, that's cute. Do we like that? I kind of want to try one of these guys in there, but I don't know. I like the bold punch of this. What do you guys think? You like it bold like this with the bright orange and then those dark metals?
I've used flat memory wire, but not sure it's being made anymore.
Oh,
Stacy says,
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while.
Always get compliments when I wear my blue pine flower earrings.
Oh, yay.
Made with a coil of flat wire.
Yeah. That's definitely another one of our projects that we did flat wire. It's kind of like a cheater's way of.
Kaylee says, is this kit sold out?
I think it is, but send us a message either through our website or on Facebook. And if we have any leftover, like sometimes there's like inventory anomalies. If we have any leftover, we can get one to you. But I'm not sure off the top of my head. So at this point, I am happy with my design. It fits in my little space the way I want it. Looks like I see some people saying bold. Yep, good deal. Stacy says bold. We're going bold. All right, so I'm going to do a wrapped loop here. And how I'm going to do that is I've got my chain nose pliers. I'm going to hold about an inch down from the end of my wire and do a right angle bend. I'm going to grab my round nose pliers, and I'm going to twist the wire up over the top of my pliers like that, and then go back down and underneath to create that little loop-de-doo. And I'm just going to twist the tail end around and towards my beads. Now, when we're doing a twist of wire like this, sometimes those tail ends can get unruly and sharp. So just be very careful that you don't poke yourself. And when in doubt, use your pliers to help you. In fact, I'm going to grab another chain nose pliers to help me tuck it down. I don't want to squeeze too tight in the loop with my round nose pliers because I don't want to misshapen the twist of wire. So you always have to hold things a little bit more gently when we're doing these twists. That way you don't squish it. All right, so we've got that cute little twist, and we've got that kind of light reflectant look on the ends, which I love. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and look how beautifully bold that is. It's like Cleveland Browns colors, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
A little more brown than orange. You would need to put.
We'll wait till we put the bracelet on it. It'll be brown. So we're going to do the same thing with the other side. And I'm going to run off and get some jump rings because I forgot to bring those over. And what Alex is going to do when I run off to get those jump rings is he's going to tell you about Whatnot. And he's going to drop our invite link in chat.
What's the Whatnot link?
So if you missed the Bead Bonanza last weekend, come on, what were you doing? You missed us. You missed Stars Beads, K-Goss of Stars Beads in Bedoria. You missed Softlex Company. You missed Christy Friesen. But don't worry, you can check us out again this Friday over on Whatnot. And if you go to whatnot.com/invite/the bead place, oh my gosh, I'm not even on camera. I'm just rambling about Whatnot.
There's the link.
Yeah, if you use our join link, you get $15 free credit towards your first purchase on Whatnot. Allegedly. No. We had, I think, one person say that their credit wasn't applied automatically. But Sally, if you're in chat, did that ever get sorted out? Okay, I'm gonna go get jump rings. Alex is gonna explain what Whatnot is.
Whatnot. Yeah, so it's a really cool platform. You need a phone, like a smartphone, an iPhone or an Android device. Well, you don't need one, but it's preferred. It works best on mobile. We're doing a stream this Friday on Whatnot at 6 p.m. Central. So make sure to set your clocks to Central Time. That way you don't miss out. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. lot more fast paced and kind of, I don't know, just high energy. I don't know. And she's back. Hooray.
Here I am.
Back to hand cam.
So it's an app that is basically.
Kim Neal Carton said, "What night is fun, but a little overwhelming."
Yeah, I agree.
Sounds, yes.
There we go. That color
We
works
agree.
best. It's an app designed for like live stream selling and buying. So that it's like live stream auctions, live stream sales, and things like that. Oh, okay. Can you pin Sally's comment? I'm so glad to hear that because we keep hearing that time and time again how great their customer service is. So we feel confident in like trying out this new platform because of how wonderful their account reps and customer service representatives have been, and also Alex has used it before. So, all right, we've got a jump ring. So for the flat wire, what I like to use is a 16 gauge 5mm ID jump ring, and we do have those on the website. So I'm going to attach that on either side of my bracelet link, like that. Now, same thing here with jump rings. You always want to make sure you're opening and closing them like that and not crack them open at all. You're twisting them sideways and then closing them in the same way. And so we have this cute little link, and then those jump rings are the perfect size to fit over our little flat wire bracelet with built-in clasp. See how cute that is? And so what we can do at this point in time is we can make a bajillion of these little links and just swap them out. How cute is that? So this is a super fun project. You can even then on top of this go in and decorate this. Like maybe it would be fun to wire wrap some of these copper pieces around here. Oh, that would be stinking cute. Yeah, let's try that. You guys want to try that? Anything else you want to see? Can you unpin Sally's comment now? Because it's
in the way.
Yeah.
Everything worked fine for me. I enjoyed the Bead Bonanza and the access.
Oh, yay. Yay.
Live auction is very fun. Shopping is easy. Only negative can't shop replays. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Sally,
so
you can.
There's a workaround for that.
Yeah, you can if the seller allows it. Like with ours, all of our items are still in the shop if we still have, or it's called the marketplace. So if the seller sets it so that you can shop it after the fact, you can shop their replays. It's just you're shopping the items. You can't like rewatch it and shop like
Kim
real
says
time.
Cute bracelet. No, Kim says. Well, that was Kim, but anyway, I've already received most of my purchases from the weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so and whatnot, as a seller, kind of peek behind the curtain, you have to ship out your packages, all your orders within 2 business days.
Yeah,
that is a part of the agreement as a seller, so that's a quick turnaround. Very good though for customers. Kind of if you're shipping out a lot of product though, let me tell you from
experience,
personal experience, it can be a little bit hectic.
Yeah, but we have had some late nights, but we got them all out in the time frame. It just was pretty
2
difficult.
business days. Also, keep that in mind.
Business
days.
Days.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's great. I actually really do like the platform. There's a couple of YouTubers that I like that are on there. So yeah, we liked it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did you guys shop from people outside of like our Bead Extravaganza friends? Like, did you check out some of the other sellers? We haven't had much time to check out a lot of the other sellers, but I'm really excited to take some time and really kind of explore on the platform. It seems pretty neat.
My question is, when's the next one?
I think they're going to do it quarterly. I could be wrong, though.
Just monthly.
I don't really know. I know there's all kinds of like raid trains and stuff, but I don't think all of them are Whatnot sponsored like this one was.
I did shop 2 other sellers, says
Kim, I think yours went out on Saturday. I don't know. Our post office sometimes doesn't like scan things in right away. But
Well, and
I remember
also-
packing yours because I was like,
Yeah, I remember.
it's like I had the note that you had specific charms that you wanted, and I know that it was Saturday.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad to hear you guys are shopping from some of the other sellers. Because it seems like a pretty developed community on there already, and we're excited to be a part of it.
Also, yeah, our post office comes, or not our post office, our postal service worker who does our pickups.
She comes super late
Well,
in the day.
it's that the problem is you never know when she'll come at 1 sometimes, she'll come at 4 sometimes. So you'll never know. We never really know when to expect her. So, but she's great. We like her.
Yeah, she's a jewelry maker too, so that's always fun.
I got notification. Thank you.
Oh, good. And the other thing is like the platform is new for us. Like the back end dashboard, it's like a little bit not so intuitive, and we've had to like ask a lot of questions on how to use stuff.
And also, I don't know how to read.
Yeah, reading is hard sometimes. So at this point, I've cut just a comfortable working length of my 26 gauge wire, and I am wrapping it, as you can see, a little bit farther back so that I have some room for my jump ring to slip in and slip out without squishing the wire. So,
just bought from you, and Christy tried to buy from a guy that did auction style selling, but got outbid on everything.
Oh, shoot.
Says Stacy on YouTube.
Oh, the other thing with that is that like you have to have super fast internet if you want to do those auctions, which is a little bit of a bummer for some people who might not have fast internet. But I don't know, we haven't done the auction style shows. We are kind of thinking about it for like some super unique or artist items that we only have one of. But it's just like, I don't know. It's a new thing. We'll try it out. Okay, so I've anchored my 26 gauge wire on here, and I'm going to see what it looks like to add my crystals. I might do like sea beads in between. We'll see. Oh, awesome. Kim, what'd you win? Or what'd you win, I mean? Oh, that's cute. It needs a sea bead on either side, though. You must have fast internet, Kim. It was cool to see that like a lot of the like other sellers on there bought from us too. So it was neat to have that like community support, because a lot of times, you know, it's just like people stick to their own thing.
Well, yeah, and we appreciate everybody that followed us over to Whatnot. We didn't know really, you know.
Yeah, we didn't know how it was going to translate.
So, I would say, user-friendly, and you can watch it on your laptop, or you can watch it on your TV if you're, you know, Chromecasting it or whatever, or you can watch it on your phone. But we didn't know how many folks were going to, you know, make the trek over to Whatnot. So we appreciate everybody who participated in the Bead Bonanza. That was really awesome to see quite a few of our regulars over there.
And also, we really, not only do we appreciate you guys for coming over, but like I just want to shout out Whatnot Arts and Handcrafted section, because they sponsored our like join links, giving you guys $15 credit to shop, which, you know, makes it a little easier to join a new app when you get 15 free dollars. I think that kind of sweetens the deal a little bit.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, more enticing.
But just so everybody knows, we're not like replacing Facebook and YouTube with Whatnot.
Oh, heck
it's going to be supplementary, and we will likely just do them periodically. And I mean, if it takes off, we might make it a weekly kind of deal, but
yeah,
we're definitely going to focus on, you know, Wednesdays being our bread and butter.
Yeah. Okay, so what I've decided now that I
love. $2 shipping. So Stacy, that was actually a special thing for the Bead Bonanza.
Yeah.
That I don't, you know, I don't want to tell you to get used to that $2 shipping.
That was a Bead Bonanza special.
Yeah, that. That
Okay.
was good on them though for doing that for sure.
So I'm doing 3 wraps, 1 seed bead, 1 4 mil crystal, 1 seed bead, 3 wraps. Oh no, I did 4 wraps. So 4 wraps between, and that's kind of like the little sweet spot there. And I love that touch of brown in those seed beads because it really ties in the orange from this. Oh, that's so
Sally
fun.
said she wants to check out some of the vintage sellers there. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's the other thing, you can kind of get lucky because there's people just like destashing their stuff too. So like some of them are letting it go for like less than what they paid for just to like, you know, have a budget to buy new things again. So you can get kind of lucky and find stuff for like super, super good deals on there. Some stuff, like I have to be honest, I was watching some auctions of like finished jewelry and like people selling like taken apart like thrifted jewelry. And some stuff I was like, hey now, you can't be telling people that that's real when it's clearly not. But
have to ship within 2 days. Wow, that
know.
is a turnaround. There was some crazy buying at the shows that I watched, says Sally.
I know. Yeah. And I do want to say that the Whatnot customer service, I'm going to zoom up. The Whatnot customer service.
No, you're not.
Well, I'm just going to settle back down. I'll just zoom out then. The customer service team is understanding of like life, you know, so they have these rules in place to protect their customers and to protect their sellers. But we've been told time and time again that they're flexible. So like maybe your car doesn't go through or something on your purchase, they'll work with you. Or like if you're a seller and you can't get it out within that 2-day window, they have like a trust and safety.
Millefiori beads, so I wanted. What is Millefiori?
Oh, like real Millefiori, like Italian ones or the Chinese ones? Millefiori is like that beautiful cane glass.
I don't know.
Chinese Millefiori is beautiful too. I don't mean to imply that it's not. I just was curious. Yeah, but there's some cool stuff on there.
Yeah, I saw some of that jewelry bag. I saw some of that jewelry bag stuff that looked pretty junky.
Yeah, and you know, some people love that stuff, and I don't mean to yuck anybody's yum,
but you're about to yuck somebody's yum.
But I just want people to be knowledgeable about what they're selling, and if they're not, I want people to say that they don't know what it is.
Well,
because
sure,
you can't. I don't know. You can't always know either.
Well, then don't act like you know.
Oh, awesome. So Sally says the Millefiori looked legit. I think it was Nurse Flipper. That's cool.
That's good. Legit? Too legit.
Nurse Flipper was who we rated during our test stream, I think.
No.
Our test stream, yeah.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah.
The person we rated during the Bead Bonanza was Broke Girl Beads. And we have heard absolutely nothing but great stuff about Broke Girl Beads. So that's a name. If you're new to Whatnot, make sure to follow some of those fun sellers. Oh, I don't know if I even mentioned it, but like when you're wrapping around something, like take that link off. Anytime you're doing spiraling like that, like don't have it closed because then it's a nightmare. You can just wire through here.
Thanks.
Oh, awesome. What'd you get? Yeah, we're excited to give it a try. One thing that like, I don't know, with new platforms, it's like, is there a big enough market to make it sustainable? And you guys know that time is super valuable, especially for small businesses. And like the Bead Bonanza, I think was a great way for us to get started on that platform because like, you know, everybody showed up and showed out during that because of all the deals and sales and stuff. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it's sustainable. We'll have to see if you guys continue to like it. I don't know. It's pretty neat. we're getting it figured out too. That was the other thing, is that, you know, it feels kind of stressful at first if you are trying something new and you can't figure it out as easily as you want it to come to you. But it's getting there. Okay, so with this, I just want to tell you guys, my plan for this, I might not bead all the way around this. I might do a section of beads like on the other side here. I do have enough beads to bead all the way around it. There are enough, like if you're wanting to replicate this project exactly, you can do that. But I am just so rough on jewelry, and I like slam my wrist down on stuff. So I might not bead all the way around it. I might leave like a just plain coiled section at the bottom, or I might just leave it bare. We'll see.
Stacy on YouTube says, I think the customer just needs to be knowledgeable. Sellers can give the excuse that products are shown live.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. But I think a lot of it comes,
what does that mean?
She's saying like, you know, the seller can say, oh, well, you saw it, so you should know if it's real or not.
Oh, sure.
I don't know. I think that it is our job as sellers and companies within this industry to make sure that we are selling things that are real. But I mean, I've been in the industry for a long time, and I was in the industry when like gemstone fakes were a no-no, and now, you know, we sell like howlite, like turquoise style howlite and magnesite and stuff like that, and we're of course clearly labeling it as like not real turquoise. But back then it was like, you know, you were thought of as like being a cheap or like dishonest seller if you even had it. So I don't know, the industry has definitely changed, and there's definitely a market for everything. Like, this is totally unrelated, but on a similar note, like, you guys know we thrift a lot. Like, Alex has a vintage clothing business that he sells like vintage clothing, and
it's more of a hobby.
Well, it's, I mean, you have your stuff in a store, like it's a thing. But anyway, what I was gonna say is your store. Like, one of my favorite things. No, it's not my store. He has his stuff in a store in Collinsville called Bluebell and Bang. Like, it's legitimate. He just undersells himself all the time. So anyway, what I was trying to say is, like, one of my favorite things to do when we're thrifting is find like hilarious designer fakes, and I love that. Like, I have so many like hilarious fake designer things.
Like Gucci shirt with the tiger on it.
Yeah, and I love that kind of stuff. And there is nothing wrong with presenting yourself. You guys know this. There's nothing wrong with presenting yourself however you want to present yourself. I just, like, I don't know, when there's money being exchanged, I think that it's really important to make sure everything's on the up and up.
I got these vintage glass beads, like the African cane.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to stop and not do the bottom of this. I'm just going to do side to side. And because we are coming up on the end of our hour with you folks, I am going to pretend like I did both sides. And I'm going to finish it after the stream because we got to go home and put little one in bed. But I'm going to cut my tail end. I'm going to put this back together, and I cannot wait to see what you guys do with this monthly fun pack. And again, thank you to everybody who has shared their projects already. It's so fun to see what other people come up with like the little curations that we put together. Our monthly fun packs are quickly becoming one of my very favorite things to curate. I don't know what my deal is. I'm struggling with this right now. Hold on. And so it just makes me super, super happy to see you guys enjoying them as well. All right. I got it on there. I'll show you what I did. So here is my bracelet. And I'm going to do this same thing on the other side here. And then, like I said earlier, what we can do is just swap these links out. Like, let's say I wanted to instead swap this out. Oh, I tightened that one too tight. This was the side that I left a little loose. So, like, let's say I wanted to wear this bead in between next time. I can make a little link. Oh, and I'm spilling seed beads all over the place. Or you could even do like a cute little beaded section with the charm and swap it out. And I just think that would be super fun. And, you know, you guys all have great ideas. You're super creative. But before we go, I just want to show you what I was talking about with this tubular mesh stuff. So this stuff is a tube. And what you can do with this is you can actually slide a bead into it. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll start it with my round nose pliers or with a pen or something, and just gradually and slowly kind of like funnel it open a little bit and flare the ends. And then once you have this little funnel, I am throwing beads all over the place. Once you have this little funnel, what you can do is start loading your beads, loading your beads into it. And you can use it almost like nylons on top of your bead. But isn't that cute? And then you can like really stretch it and get an even bigger bead in there. Let me see if I can do that. Show you guys what I'm talking about here. It does, of course, have limitations, but if you're a knitter, you know that anything knit is stretchy or can have some stretch to it. But like, see, we've got this big 8mm bead on the inside of it here, and it's holding just fine. So you can knot in between these, or you can just load a bunch of beads in it, or you can string one bead out on the outside of it, like string your mesh through it, and then one bead like inside of it. So lots of fun ideas that you can do with this stuff. And I'm gonna wipe all the beads off of my elbows now and bid you guys adieu. So Alex, if you can switch to face cam, we will say our goodbyes, and we hope to see you guys on Friday.
On Whatnot.
On Whatnot. And I am cleaning up this mess of seed beads. If you guys are just joining in, you're like, what did I miss? We did our monthly, we did our monthly fun pack review. So we have a subscription box that is linked in the description. It will be linked in the description of this video. Wow. Or you can just type in fun pack on the website. And Alex is putting it in chat. Sally says, how is Parker's school? Good. She loves it. She loves school. She's a social butterfly, as she says. Yes, she is. So, yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it. Don't forget about Whatnot this Friday, 6 p.m. on whatnot.com. Use our invite link. It'll be whatnot.com/invite/thebeadplace. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Pencil earring kits.